Good news, folks. The Nokia Lumia icon is the first 5-inch Windows phone with a 1080p display. It looks awesome. The not so awesome part is that not everybody's going to get to enjoy it. And that is because this particular model is exclusive to Verizon. It's going to be available on February 20th for $200 on contract or $550 off contract. So let's take a look at the outside, which is kind of like a cross between the Lumia 925 and the 928 design-wise. So if you think about the 925, the sides and the edges are all made of aluminum while the back is polycarbonate. And the icon is exactly the same way. But just like the 928, the sides are perfectly straight while the back bubbles out a bit. The hardware buttons are in the usual spots on the right-hand side. So you got the volume, the power button, and the hardware shutter button. The shutter button's not too easy to press though, so that is a bit of a frustration. Now the top and the bottom are mostly symmetrical, because on the bottom, you have the micro USB port that's centered, and then you have two of the phone's antennas, with one on each side. On the top, the headphone jack is center aligned as well, and you've got two more antennas in, again, the same spots. The weird part about this is that there's a nano SIM slot that breaks up the symmetry over just to the left-hand side. And this is another frustration because while it's metal on the outside, it looks really nice, it seems like it's seamless, it's also incredibly difficult to open because you have to have decent fingernails to actually pry the tray out. Now, as you may have heard, and another reason why you are watching this review is because of Nokia's imaging prowess. Their best camera ever was the 41 megapixel on the Lumia 1020. It was fantastic. Now the icon's camera doesn't offer quite as much detail or resolution because, hey, it's only 20 megapixels. But we doubt you're really going to be able to tell that much of a difference. There are going to be a few differences, such as the 1020 camera gets a little less noisy in low light situations. But otherwise, the icon takes plenty amazing pictures, both in daylight and in no light whatsoever. The icon also has a quad-core Snapdragon 800 processor, which is clocked at 2.2 gigahertz. This is the best that you're going to find on any phone these days. This means that essentially the Windows Phone can play with the big boys now. Now, it's always been a solid performer, but having Snapdragon 800 on a Windows Phone gives it this extra oomph or quickness that we really haven't experienced before. So think stuff like graphics and gaming. It just works impeccably well, and apps loaded much faster on the icon than most of the other Lumias that we've ever used in the past. So here's the flip side though. Because you've got such a great processor and a high-res display, which by the way is a quite beautiful AMOLED with amazing viewing angles, you do have every right to be worried about the battery and how long it's going to last. But we're going to assure you right now that it's not a problem. We managed all sorts of activities. For example, we did a whole bunch of GPS navigating, which is a very lengthy process if you ever commute in the Bay Area. We also took tons of pictures and we streamed plenty of music for hours without stopping. And yet the icon was still able to make it the whole day. Here's the big question. Is the icon the most beautiful Windows Phone we've ever seen? No, not anywhere close to it in fact. But it's got this rugged element where it's solid and it's sturdy. And it's built with good materials. It has the best components we've ever seen on a Windows Phone. It's fantastic.